All right, welcome back. Episode 3, very exciting. Peter, welcome back. I'm very happy again to have you here.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Tomasz.
And we're going to be talking again about traveling. We all love traveling. Love your company. We're going to be talking about that. How are you today, by the way?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
I feel
you good?
fine. Yep, I feel
Fantastic.
fine.
Tell me, I travel a lot, and I travel basically quite a lot from Bratislava and then Vienna. What would you recommend? What airports would you fly into from? Bratislava has a perfect location. Everything is pretty close. Budapest as well,
That's correct.
2 hours drive.
That's correct. Yeah.
What would you say is the best?
I would say to our clients, number one, I recommend Vienna Schwechat Airport in Austria,
Why?
which is only 40 minutes by car. So
Yeah.
if you imagine, like, there are no direct flights at the moment from USA or Canada or Australia to Bratislava. Of course, we have airports as well.
Yeah.
Bratislava has an airport, Poprad has an airport, Košice has an airport, so all these big cities. But it's mostly like you can fly within Europe. From Bratislava also you can fly to Dominican Republic or to Cuba, to Dubai, I think, Vietnam. So there are some destinations, but not to USA or Canada or Australia. So number one is Vienna Schwechat Airport. Number two, I would say it's either Prague or Budapest.
Okay.
Quite often we also sometimes travelers say like, oh, we have very good connection, and also economically it's very good to go to Prague, to fly in and out from Prague. So I say, no problem, we will pick you up from there. It's 3.5 hours from Prague to Bratislava. Closer is Budapest, so sometimes also we pick up clients from Budapest. It's like 2 hours, 30 minutes. Sometimes when clients only want to visit specific locations, specific parts of Slovakia, for example, as we in previous podcasts mentioned, ancestry tours, right?
Yeah.
So some people say like, okay, our goal is the ancestral villages and then a little bit more, but not all around Slovakia, not the whole Slovakia. In that case, many times they fly to Krakow, which is only 2.5 hours from High Tatras,
Okay.
Mountains. So we go to Krakow, we pick them up, we bring them to, let's say, High Tatras, and we start the tour from there. High Tatras and then Eastern Slovakia, where most of the ancestral villages are located.
Yeah,
right?
so basically you pick up every client, yeah?
Yeah, we
at
try,
the airport. What else do you offer, basically? What is included in a price?
Okay. Generally in every price, every tour package is included accommodation with breakfast, transportation, all the entrances, and of course tour guide services. So the professional tour guide and his fee and his costs. We don't really include meals like lunches and dinners.
Yeah.
There are some exceptions. We offer 2 times in a year, in May and September. We offer tours like small group tours. In May, it is actually a Slovak Ancestry Tour, which is a small group tour. That means like 14, 16, 18 travelers.
Okay.
And then in September, the same, but it's named Slovakia Heritage Tour.
All right.
Both of these small group tours, it's a cooperation. The May Tour, Slovak Ancestry Tour, it's a cooperation with our agency and Michal Razus, the genealogist from Eastern Slovakia. That's really brilliant because we will be 2 tour guides on that tour. And Michal lives in Eastern Slovakia, I live in Western Slovakia. So it's like more interesting. Michal is much younger than me, so also you have different perspectives, and it's really brilliant. We know each other almost like 15 years, and this is a really very special tour.
And the point of view of both of you is very different, right?
Exactly. So we really can talk about different periods and how also the lifestyle in the West, in the East. It's very interesting. The other tour, Slovakia Heritage Tour, it's a cooperation with Judy Bennett from USA. She's a travel agent. She found me in 2011.
All right.
And since then, practically every single September, every year, we organize also small group tour for 12, 14, sometimes 16 people,
Okay.
US travelers. We travel with them all around Slovakia. And for these two small group tours, there is also included, let's say, music and dance entertainment, fujara entertainment, the Slovak music instrument, lots of dinners like welcome dinner, farewell dinner, also lunches. So there are lots of inclusions. But for the private tours, with private tours usually organized for small group, even sometimes like 2 people, 4 people, 6 people. So to give you or to give the clients let's say more flexibility, we just recommend the restaurants. If one day they want like a best steakhouse or another day traditional, so we just bring them to the restaurants, book the tables, manage everything, but we don't do preset, pre-booked like for the bigger groups. Yeah. So basically, this is everything what we include in the tour packages.
Understandable. Now, I work in hospitality, so tell me a little bit about tipping. The tipping culture is very different in the United States, different in Canada. So, like, what do you recommend for our guests?
Okay. So I would say tipping, first of all, it's not mandatory in Slovakia. It's not really like you must. It's expected. It's expected, especially in the restaurants, let's say bars and wherever you are, for example, from the total amount, like 10%. So it's
10%.
something like, but of course, I always tell to the customers, like, if you are okay with tipping and you love the meals and the service, okay, it's fine to leave the tip.
Yeah.
But if you are not okay with tipping, don't leave. It's not a problem.
Not a pressure.
And it's not a pressure. There is no pressure. And also, if you like or love tipping, but the meals were not okay or the service was not okay, so then don't tip, because I do it this way. Like, I really like to leave the tips for exceptional services, because
Something
I like the best
happens.
services. So if something is like fantastic, it can be a cafe house, good coffee, nice pleasant service, always leave tip, and even like more. But if something, if there is a situation like I walk into the restaurant, I just wait and nobody comes to me, and then nobody really talks to me. It's rarely, but if something like this happens, I don't leave a tip. Yeah, it happens rarely. I say rarely because we usually use the same restaurants where we go, and we know, we know the staff, we know the management, and we know that it will be exceptional. Because of course you worked in the hospitality, that it can be a good restaurant, but there can be also very bad restaurants. So and then you are very happy when you find a good restaurant, and then you just want to keep it for future clients.
Yeah, of course. So private tours, exclusive, that's the words that you used. So what about price? What should I expect? Is it, cheap, expensive? How is it?
I would start describing our price policy as fair and attractive. Fair and attractive. And this is not only my opinion, but above all, our guests.
Yeah.
They come, they are on our tours with us. And then after the tour, like the last day when we just go through the experiences, like what did you like the most? What was the best hotel for you? This and that. And then also I ask them simply just like, okay, for the price, did you expect more? And they say like, oh, Peter, this was fantastic trip. We loved every minute. And the price is fair and attractive. This is mostly how they repeat it.
Yep.
So definitely we don't offer budget travel, budget like tour packages. It's impossible.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
We just want to have the luxury transportations, Mercedes cars. It's very expensive. We just want to really offer the best tour guides, but they are not cheap. They have the price.
You pay for the premium service that you offer.
Exactly. But we still don't overcharge, and our prices are like, okay, you get the quality. If you really are into exclusive travel services and quality, this is exactly what we try our best to deliver to you.
Understandable. Now, what about travel insurance? Do you recommend buying that for the guests?
Definitely.
Do you offer that?
We don't.
Okay.
We don't offer, but we definitely recommend. So before anything, before even you depart for your European trip. So simply we always encourage travelers to buy the travel insurance. We don't do it because for Americans and Canadians, for them, it's much better to use the Americans or Canadians or Australians insurance companies rather than, let's say, in Slovakia to do it. It would be a very difficult procedure. And actually, they usually have insurances. So it's like a
Already.
side product. It's much easier for them. And it would not give you any kind of benefit, any kind of additional value. So there is no sense.
Understandable. And what about currency? So we know we have euro in Slovakia, but again, you offer tours in Hungary, Poland, Czech Republic, and basically all of those countries have their own currency. Now, do you recommend exchanging it over here, or should they do it back home?
It's sometimes a confusing thing because travelers ask usually like, oh, Peter, you have euro, but we go to Czech Republic, they don't have euro. We go then to Poland, they don't have euro. Yes, 2009, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Estonia, only 3 from the post-communist countries, only 3 changed the currency. But in EU, so European members, are all the 10 post-communist countries, right?
Yeah.
So now I think also Latvia and Lithuania are on euro. I'm not sure right now, but it could be. Croatia recently changed as well. So Croatia is on euro. So it's changing. But yes, our direct neighbors like Czechia, they still use Czech crowns. Poland, they still use Polish zloty. Hungarians, they still use Hungarian forints, which it's kind of confusing, but it is like it is.
We can't change it.
For us, for travelers, of course, one currency, it's let's say more advantageous. It's better, it's easier. But the local currencies for the neighboring countries, they say it's, let's say, maybe safer. They are more maybe independent. So it's like this.
But they can pay with cards pretty much.
Oh yeah, back to your question. Of course, in Slovakia you can use ATMs. So in case you need to withdraw some money, and you can pay practically in every restaurant, bar, cafe, even the souvenir shop. So you can practically everywhere use your credit and debit cards without any problems.
I don't carry much cash with me as well, and I believe the law is actually changing now. I believe from April. I might be wrong, but everyone should be able to offer payment with a card, right? In Slovakia,
that's changing.
All the vendors do needs to have the machine that accepts
that's changing because I think last year it was like, and the years before it was like that. Lots of the smaller, especially the really smaller businesses, they didn't have the card reader, so you needed to have some cash. But I always encourage people like, have little cash, let's say $50 to change for euros or 100 euros, just for these little like ice cream, you want some ice cream.
I don't need $5,000 to be changed.
No.
You don't recommend walking with that much cash.
No, I mean it's still safe, Slovakia, as we mentioned in previous podcasts, but I think it's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Understandable. Now let's talk about visas, because that's a question that a lot of our guests are asking. How is it, especially as your clientele is, I would say, mostly Americans, right?
85 to 90% of all the clients are from the USA.
So do they need visa to come to EU, Slovakia? Are there any differences, or doesn't matter? How is it?
Actually, until now, even now, there is no visa obligation. It's not mandatory for customers coming from the USA or from Canada to do anything. But it's changing because already last year they started. The website is called ETIAS, or sorry for pronunciation, ETIAS.com. So this is the website where in the near future, you will simply need to fill a form and to pay some fee. It will be probably just a $25-30 per person, and just submit, and that's it. So it's very easy procedure. It's actually in reverse, like what we need to do. 2017, I went together with my wife to the US, so we needed to do the same. Like
so just an online application.
Fill in the form, online application, pay some fee, submit, and that was it. So it will be for Slovakia. It's still not, but
Yeah.
it will be from the quartal the 4th.
Okay.
So from October.
And do I need to wait for like some kind of a papers, or everything is just online?
Everything will be online.
Fantastic. Very easy.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it will be easy, but we will of course inform customers. So we will be extremely busy from May.
Yeah.
But for all the customers coming in May, June, July, August, September, they don't need to do anything. Yeah, they don't need
fantastic.
to do anything. And from October, but it's still not 100% sure. It's just like on that website, you can get some more information, and that's the information that from the Q4 it will be
Obviously, you
possible
will
to do.
inform all of your clients coming in that they need to do that, and you can help them with that
We
as
send
well.
to each client the so-called welcome letter.
Okay.
Approximately 3 weeks to 4 weeks before they come, and in the welcome letter they will get another all detailed information about
Beautiful.
it.
Peter, our time is up again. I mean, it goes so quickly.
That's
Thank you
amazing.
for coming. Lovely to have you here. And I definitely hope that you'll be back.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you.
Thanks. See you guys.